The dazzling nights of New York, the bustling crowd, and two strangers, Ethan and Lila, whose meeting is anything but ordinary. A glance, a touch, and a magnetic pull that can never be tamed. Will they control the fire within, or will it consume them completely? This story will hold you captive. Not for a moment will you be able to look away. The city lights shimmered across the Hudson like scattered diamonds. Ethan Carter walked through Soho streets, his leather jacket a shield, his eyes scanning for something he couldn't name. In a dimly lit bar, Lila Moreau leaned against the counter, her auburn hair cascading over her shoulders and emerald eyes flashing mischief. Tonight, she wasn't just another face in the crowd. She was searching for a spark, a story, a fire, and then their worlds collided. Ethan's gaze met hers, electric tension crackling. He approached her with confident curiosity. "You look like trouble," he murmured. Lila smiled, teasing. "Trouble usually finds me. Or maybe I find it." Their conversation flowed like a dance, hours slipping by unnoticed. By the time they stepped onto the neon-lit street, the city faded around them, leaving only the rhythm of their hearts. "I don't do this," Ethan whispered. "Do what?" she asked. "Feel like this. So fast, so alive." Her laugh was soft, loaded with desire. Maybe that's the point. Ethan's apartment on the 23rd floor was warm, private, electric. Lila stepped inside, heels clicking softly. Floor-to-ceiling windows, muted lights, the faint scent of cedar and leather. Ethan closed the door behind her. "You're here," he said, almost as a fact. Layla's eyes met his, reading the tension. "I am," she replied, voice low, teasing. The air was heavy. He stepped closer. Every touch, every look was electric. "You have no idea what you're doing to me," Ethan murmured. "And you have no idea what you're inviting," she teased. Their lips met slow at first, then urgent. Hands tangled in hair, bodies pressed together, the city outside vanishing. Shadows of neon painted them gold and silver. Every touch explored boundaries. "Stop," she whispered suddenly. "Look at me." He obeyed, their eyes locked in a storm of desire and vulnerability. A connection too intense to ignore had ignited. Morning light barely touched the apartment. Ethan and Lila lay side by side, tangled, breathless. Yet the fire wasn't tamed. It burned hotter, hungrier. "Do we even know each other?" Ethan asked, running a finger along her jaw. "No," Lila said, smirking, "but that's never stopped anyone." They spent the day in the city coffee in a hidden cafe, laughter echoing down narrow streets, secret glances, playful touches. Every moment pulled them closer, every shared secret adding fuel to a fire that threatened to consume them. By nightfall, the city lights reflected in their eyes, mirroring the intensity growing between them. One look, one touch, one shared breath, and they both knew nothing would ever be the same. Weeks passed, and the attraction deepened into something more dangerous, more addictive. Meetings became longer, touches lingered, and every kiss promised more than either could handle. "You're reckless," Layla said one night as he pressed her against the balcony glass, the city lights framing them. "And yet, you keep coming back," Ethan replied, voice low, charged. Their passion was no longer just about desire, it was about trust, about surrendering to the pull neither wanted to resist. Nights blurred into mornings, bodies and hearts intertwined. Every moment carried the thrill of danger, the sweetness of intimacy. But they both knew this fire, left unchecked, could destroy everything. The climax came suddenly. A confrontation, a misunderstanding, a test of boundaries. Both were pushed to the edge. Yet, instead of pulling apart, the challenge only drew them closer. In a loft flooded with city lights, they faced each other, hearts racing, breath short. Ethan's hand brushed a stray hair from her face. "I can't imagine life without this," he admitted. Lila smiled, fierce and tender. "Then don't, let's burn, Ethan. Burn together." And so, amidst desire, danger, and the unrelenting pulse of New York, Ethan and Lila surrendered to the city, to each other, to a fire that could never be extinguished. Thanks for reading Ethan and Layla's intense journey through desire, passion, and the heartbeats of New York. Did you feel the sparks? The fire? Don't miss out on more bold, cinematic, and romantic stories just like this one. Subscribe to my stories for new chapters, cinematic tales, and love stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Share your thoughts in the comments. Which moment of Ethan and Lila's story made your heart race?